Is it live now? Test, test, test. Yo. What happened? Can you hear me? Are we live? I need to confirm we're live. Something in my OBS is broken. We are? Okay, sweet. Something's broken in OBS. I was doing the normal dual stream. It showed that I was live in OBS, but it wasn't showing on YouTube that I was live. I don't know if it went live on Twitch, but I turned off the Twitch and just have it on YouTube now. So it's not dual streaming. And it seems to be working, so I guess for today we'll just have to do that and try to figure it out tomorrow or Wednesday. How you guys doing? Welcome. I was reading the chat that you guys put in before the stream. I talked for like 3 minutes. Didn't realize we weren't live. Mumbo takes more vacations than the Pope. No, I do not, sir. Alright? I had a few camping trips. But footy starts Friday, right? We're grinding, baby. How you guys doing? Welcome. How was your guys' weekend? We got 200 plus player picks we're going to do today. How do I maintain my crafting upgrades? Because I feel like I'm losing more in the long run. My guess is if you've cut off League SBCs or dailies to some extent, and you're not using those to actively build more and more crafting upgrades, in general, just by opening crafting upgrades, putting them back into crafting upgrades, and putting them back into exchanges, you are slowly gonna lose those. But if you have thousands, it's gonna go up a little bit, down a little bit, up a little bit, down a little bit, and stay relatively even across the board. I've stopped doing League SBCs completely again. Ooh. Oh, yeah, that was sexy, dude. Holy cow. Was that new? Wait. I liked how you could see that kind of promo card before the player pick happened. Is that just for this promo specifically, or has that always kind of been there? I just missed it. That was sick. Okay, I'm stressing when I have... Okay, so here's the thing, too. We're all different. You're stressing because you have 1,100. I have over 1,800 still I have to open. I'm not going to have enough time to recycle craft all the way down to 0. So my goal now, before the end of footies, after we're done with these player picks, I'm essentially going to just spam, absolutely spam the ever-living crap out of crafting upgrades into building exchanges, and into... other dailies like the 8410. And then, hopefully, during footies, we have something similar, if not exactly the same, or a little bit better. Dude, imagine like a 77 plus times 10 crafting upgrade. Because I really want to get back to like square one. We've been too crazy with... Ooh! Dude, we need to get Luco 9, man. What is a good bidding method to make good, quick coins? How much are 86s right now, I guess? When you left, I had 0 crafting upgrades. Now I got 700. W. Yeah, I left on what? Thursday? That's not bad. Dude, it was weird. I was in the middle of a wooded area camping, and I didn't really have too much connection. I had just enough connection to check Twitter, aka X, each day to see if Sunderland signed anyone else, and I had just enough to kind of keep up to date with texting some people. But I, in terms of like the content that's come out, literally have done like nothing. So yesterday was like my first day back to reality. They're 1,500? Oh, hello. Oh, no. D-Slack. Thank you. Bid less, sell for more would be my advice. To make some coins. You could probably snipe gold libs easily. Whether individual cards, if you want to mass bid on them. All gold rares in general for libs. That's solid coins. Same with the silver rares, bronze rares. Well, I do 650 max, 850 bid. With 1,300 minimum price, but I don't know 86s. Okay, because hear me out, VV. I feel like you know this already, but I'm just gonna say it a little differently so that you kind of like pick up on it. That filter works great, and stuff will still pop up. But if the buy nows have gone from 1,000 coins or under for the filter we were using before, and now you just said everything's what, minimum of 1,500. What makes you think you're going to have the same filter or the same bid price and you're going to win or have them pop up if they've gone up like 50% in price? So instead of missing everything or not seeing anything, why not try to experiment to bid higher where you're still making essentially the same amount of coins as you would have been if the prices were lower, but you're bidding gradually higher? Does that make sense? Yeah, I saw Luke got one. I want to get him so bad. We got to grind for Luke. Knowing EA, they're not going to give him to me, though. You think we get a footies craft upgrade? I would hope we do. I would hope it's like a 77 plus times 5. Yeah, man. Rip Jota and his brother, bro. That's so sad. Did they... I didn't see the message. Did they remove him from the game? I know he was a big FC fan, so... I would be surprised if, like, his family... like, works with EA to get him, like, a card or an SBC or something eventually. Or maybe next year he gets to be a hero or a new type of card or something. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if he's in the game to a certain extent next year. We have been cooking with signings recently. You support Arsenal, right? Joe? That's who you're talking about, cooking with signings? Mm-hmm. Gyökeres isn't official yet, but it's basically, right? Like, he's not going back to Sporting. Arsenal's the only one really having a deal on the table with him. It's now just the amount of money up front versus maybe selling clause. But yeah, no, I would love a footies crafting upgrade. I have a feeling, I don't know if it's been confirmed, but I would assume at least we would get exchanges back for footies. Either the exact same or another one as well. It would just be footies themed and named. But I wouldn't be surprised if we got like a footies crafting upgrade, whether it be a 77 plus times 5, or honestly, at this point, it might be like an 80 plus times 5. I would personally rather have it be more golds, like make it a 77 plus times 10. Something different. I would like something different. It's nice having the same stuff, knowing how to grind it and how to make infinite packs and be able to enjoy the menus, but I also enjoy new stuff. Like, look at this. We have already over 1,800 still to open. I'm building up kind of the other packs right now. I'm up in coins because I'm still selling my chem styles and stuff, managers, all the other stuff I haven't finished yet. We're going to need to, at some point, figure out what we're doing with our coins. Am I going to wait till footies comes out and see if fodder drops and then put those all into exchanges? Or are we going to make exchanges now? I don't know. Close again here, Grish. Is a... Oh, geez. That's a good window. Do you think they'd make an unlimited 8410 or something straight away? I don't know if straight away. We get all that stuff eventually, right? Footies is essentially the end of the game cycle type of thing. All the re-release promos, best ofs, bonus promos on the side with like heroes and icons. I think best of or like a greats sort of thing is coming. So it wouldn't be surprise me if we got an unlimited 8410, or at least, what is it right now? Is it you can do it 10 times a day, 5 to 10? If they up that to like 15, 20, then eventually made it unlimited, and then made an 85 plus times 10, and then made that eventually unlimited. They got to basically take us through the rest of July and August and September too. Longer to Newcastle? Yeah, I saw that, man. 55 mil, right? What up, Mumbo? You got a new 18-year-old in your chat. Brother, you have the most diabolical way of saying stuff in chat. Happy birthday, buddy. Or happy late birthday. So do player picks go till Friday then? Well, how much time's left on player picks? Does that end Friday or? Another 89. Let's go. Cold. Is the grind possible by saving 8120s or stacking them up? You literally could just mass bet on 86s, flip them for profit, and make unlimited 81 times 20s without doing any other menu grind for the rest of the year. As long as we keep getting exchanges for an 8120 being the 86 exchange, regardless of what their price is. Obviously, the more expensive it is, the more it costs per one, but also the higher you might have to bid, or potentially the more coins you can make per card. That's the trade-off, right? You're saving 50 player packs till Friday? Player packs or player picks, Hakeem? Are you saving exchange packs? 50 exchange packs? Alright, another exchange card. Brilliant. Alright, I gotta look at YouTube Analytics real quick to make sure. I could have sworn we were live earlier, but it wasn't loading, which makes me think there's something wrong with maybe the stream key. Yeah, July 2nd's the last one showing. Weird. Bro, my filter is 650 and 950 and min price 1500 and still no 86s. Let me try a filter real quick, or look at that once I'm done with these picks. $88. We'll do speed through these picks. Akuna Matata. How much is Akuna right now? VVD, how many coins do you have, brother? How many coins does everyone have in chat? Oh, you're talking the 80. Gotcha. Gotcha. Low-key, I might do that. I might put all my coins into 89 exchanges. $350K, 1.8, 1.5. Okay. I don't know what prices have been like for the past few days. So this isn't a emergency drop everything you're doing right now. But I just saw some open bids for Acuna for under 1,000 coins. I don't know if you guys saw that when I compared price. And when I left, every card on the market was 3K plus for libs and suds. Whether you want to buy these to flip these, huh? Whether you're doing the League SBC or not, brother, what? I'm so confused. Is there a tradable pack in the store right now that has low-end golds? Honestly, with these prices, literally just do League SBC run-throughs or pure profit dudes. Oh my gosh. What are we looking at? That is disgusting. That's wild. That's insane profit per run. But even investing in them or just flipping them, that's really solid coins. My goodness. DFB, what's up, buddy? This Thursday, clear my club and storage of shapeshifters. Nice. Dude, I need to get rid of everything. Don't die. You know what? Should we have Wednesday and Thursday be that for us? We take the rest of our club that's not our Sunderland squad. We send basically everything but like the most meta crazy stuff to 89 exchanges. Worst case scenario, they come out with a 90 plus exchange and we had a bunch that we missed out on. It's like, oh dang it. And then we get infinitely more during footies. So you don't got a special way to get easy 89s just grinding? Me? If I'm making the 89 exchanges, I'm just buying them off the market or using the untradables in my club. If you're asking Hakeem, he's probably just clearing like he said. What are the prices? 1.2K to 1.5K for a rare? Because I'm on web app. They were 1,300 plus. Looked like 1,200 within a minute, and we were sniping 800, 650, 600 bid, open bids for 700. Bunch of stuff there. All right, why is the menus becoming crap again, dude? Come on, come on, come on. No sniping? You can snipe. Why can't you snipe on the web app? You can do it. Alright, let's put some 88s in. Clear that real quick. We got to do the dailies as well for you guys. Newest, ignore positions. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, we were gonna, for VVDI, not to distract you, buddy. Let me check the price of 86s. I believe you when you say they're 1,500 and above, but let's see their current price so we know exactly what to try out. So if we go to FootGG, cheapest by rating, it shows 86s are currently 1,000 coins, 1,100, 1,200 to 1,300. Yeah, I might do 8320s low key over 89 exchanges. What are the prices of 88s versus 89s? Let's see. 7.2, 7.5. See, Nico signed a 10. It was a 10-year? He signed a 10-year. Alright, I'm seeing a lot of 84s on the market with a 700. So we're going to do a 750 min price. And instantly, I start seeing some 86s. On that page, some 85s. Some 83s popping up. Lots of 83s. Alright, let's do 750 still, 1,300. Another one. Yeah, it just could be drying up in general too. I don't know how many tradable cards are really on the market right now. If anything, I would just snipe those Lib and Sud ones. Or do League SBCs for a profit and then just buy with coins the 86s. If you can't find these in bulk. Probably not worth just chilling on it. Till 2035. Does he have a sell clause or? There's another 86 there. Yeah, so you can just hop around. You might get lucky. But right now, it doesn't look too poppin', to be honest. Alright, so for me, I theoretically should try to get as many of these opened as possible right now. Do exchanges go again? Just come straight back? They are going, and they should come back. With the footies themed. Whatever that will be. You see Burnley signed Kyle Walker? Yeah, man. That's it's a signing. Be interesting. What's up, villain? I'm living Sud for max 800. You reckon they sell for 1,300? Not only do they sell for 1,300, think of it like this. The prices they're currently at, anyone who does League SBCs knows how much pure profit they are. So people are going to stop bidding on them or sniping them for that and flipping. And instead what they're going to do is they're going to do League SBCs for pure profit. And because they're doing League SBCs for pure profit, people are going to keep doing that nonstop. and their price is organically going to raise to a price where it's still for profit, just a little less profit, all the way up until it's more of the quote-unquote break-even to overpriced range. So I don't see any world where those don't go back up to the likes of 2,500 plus coins. So you could essentially double your coins extremely easily. Alright. Start spamming a few of these. You like bidding 85s? Yeah, you can bid on anything that's exchanges. Doesn't have to be 86s. If you want to do 85s, do 85s. If you want to try 87s, 88s, 89s. What you get, villain? What's 3 KFC points? The 96 plus shapeshifters. Hey, KDB, let's go. 90 plus. 18, 50, 77 times 5s. Yeah, dude, I'm cooked. I'm not running out of these. I was at over 2K yesterday. Still, I had to work my way down. My goal by Friday is to be as low on these as possible and to have them all into exchanges. So, this number throughout the week, just kind of a heads up, is we're purposely sending as low as possible so that we can quote-unquote restart the grind during footies. Obviously, we'll have exchange packs and stuff ready, so it won't be like square one. How'd you even get 1,800? Our menu grind of spamming League SBCs, making millions of coins, reinvesting the coins back into more exchanges, and crafting upgrades like crazy, and player picks like crazy. So the exact same grind we've been doing for the past like few months. Just an extreme degeneracy levels. And I'm very tempted with the prices of libs right now to become a degenerate and do like 250 League SBC runs by Friday. Hey, dupe. Grind towards another 93 plus Encore pack and pack 97 Pele. W. Boost gets an percent from these two 96 pluses. Now I just saved good enough fodder to grind these SBCs. Nice. Yeah, I think we're going to start the process of full sending all our specials, clearing the club, besides the Sunderland players and maybe Team of the Years and good Team of Seasons. Any more holidays you have, Mumbo? I mean, I told you guys in advance I had those camping trips, so it wasn't like they came out of nowhere. This week, we're live today, obviously. I got a football match later tonight. I got to get new cleats. My boots fell apart. Tuesday, so tomorrow, probably won't be live. And Wednesday, or Thursday, we probably won't be live. So we'll probably be live Wednesday. Tomorrow, I got a bunch of kind of grocery shopping, other stuff to take care of. And then Thursday, we'll probably just kind of clear our club off stream, get ready for Footies grind. And then for Footies grind, expect a long stream on Friday. Expect Saturday and Sunday we go balls to the wall crazy too. We're kind of just over this promo at this point. How much can one make grinding League SBCs? A day I flipped 86s for 150k profit. We did in a 24-hour period 100 League SBC run-throughs, and we made bare minimum 500,000 coins in a single day. And we didn't even sell everything on yet from that. So that was without really any crazy pack pulls either. It was just mainly quick selling and getting rid of the consumables over time. But yeah, no, I should be around this weekend. We have another camping trip at some point, but it's not scheduled yet. But I should be relatively around. We gotta change the counter. I've packed like 100 off stream. The counter's not gonna be accurate anymore. Do you reckon I try to get 1,000 crafting as low as possible? Try to get as many exchanges for footies? That's what I'm doing. So if you guys want to follow suit, you can. I'm assuming we'll have some sort of crafting upgrade for footies too, whether it's the same one or something different. So if you wanted to save some, you could, but I just have them, so I'm going to use them. Hot take, best promo of all time was Greats of the Game. You're going on holiday this week. Nice. To Hispana. Alright, so that should be good there. Can do... Yeah, so with the changing to player picks from crafting upgrades, we're now nowhere near the 10K goal. Realistically, we're going to finish on probably 7,500. But still, that's crazy. Kind of giving up on majority crafting upgrades, switching to player picks, taking 2 consecutive weeks where we're gone for, was it 3-4 days? We're still going to have, not 10,000, but well over 5,000 made. So a 12-hour stream? No, because we made the deal with you guys that instead of a 12-hour stream, we would do player picks instead of the wager for craftings. That's already led to 3 8-hour streams plus, so I would argue that was a good trade-off. Who agreed to that? Quite literally the whole chat. We did a poll in chat and everything. Because we sat here crafting upgrades after crafting upgrade after crafting upgrade, and people kept questioning why I'm not doing player picks. I said, if you guys really want player picks, we can sit here and spam player picks and have it be infinitely more entertaining, but we're going to have to drop the wager. I would never agree to that. Good thing you didn't have to agree to it, buddy. Good thing it was our community's call. Can you let me see your wins and losses? Very easy. I never lose. There you go. Your last message. So what do I put my 82 to 84s in? Crafting PP or Tune of the Week? Either one you want, or both. It's really your call. Valid reason for each. Dude, we're not even under 1,800 yet. This is going so slow. Even on Pale Tools. Boom, 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 boom. Was this chat 1 like? 1 like on the stream. If you haven't already, smack that like button, dudes. See if we can get to 10 likes. Got 15 people in here. What would be better for exchanges since I'm saving for footies? I mean, if you have thousands that you're going to be opening and getting through, probably either putting them back into crafting upgrades, or if you want to just get rid of them quicker, it takes 11 cards to make a Team of the Week versus the 9 to make a crafting upgrade. So if you're really getting degenerate, you're going to make way more crafting upgrades, and you're going to get SBC banned faster. So that's like the trade-off, even though it's not too much. Mumbo, do you know what a gap year is? Yes, it's where you take a year off of school to go either travel the world or figure out yourself and what you want to do. Some people do a gap year before like going into the workforce. Some people are in the workforce, take a year off the workforce to follow a passion or a project. I'm assuming you're doing that. If so, W, man. Let me know how it goes. Gap years can be super beneficial, especially at a young age. Just got to do them thoughtfully. Gap year for the sake of just like wanting to put off responsibilities is not a good thing, but like having a plan with it, whether it is you want to travel and see all these places and you know you have like a decent job lined up or the career path you want to go down, or you know you're going to go back to school and finish, but an opportunity came up that you can't miss. Maybe you have a content channel, YouTube stream, something that might take off if you put more time towards it. Explore, man. But yeah, for me, I'm just probably... I have Team of the Week upgrade packs still. If we do the Team of the Week upgrade packs with 82 to 84s, that will bring our crafting upgrade number down faster because we're recycling less. They're higher rated cards. So if your goal is to take this to 0, Team of the Weeks would make sense. Especially if you're saving all your exchange packs. Something to sign, like 12 players, but so happy. I signed a new contract. Love that man. So underrated. I'm excited to see how Everton does this year, man. That's a W. How you doing today, DFB? Will that get more exchanges? I mean, again, a single Team of the Week pack versus a single crafting upgrade will be probably somewhat similar. You'll probably get an 84 or an 85 in a Team of the Week pack, and most likely you'll get an 83 or an 84 into when you do a crafting upgrade. You're putting in 11 cards, getting 1 back for the Team of the Week. You're putting 9 cards in and getting 5 back for the crafting. So in general, you're going to make infinitely more crafting upgrades, which will give you infinitely more chances to get exchange cards if your main goal is building out exchanges while taking this number to 0. But if you're recycling back into crafting upgrade, be prepared for it to take way longer than you expect it to take. So I'd probably split it. That's not even mentioning once you have the exchange packs. If you're saving everything, sweet. If you're opening some stuff, you have all that back into crafting upgrades or player picks, which will make it even longer. August, I'll leave. First, go to Ranger Park and be in there for a month. I'm gonna go to South Africa, do some volunteer work with the kids and surfing. Nice, man. And teaching, dude. That's a W trip, man. For 2 to 3 months. Enjoy it, dude. You have to let me know how it goes. When does that start? You said in August you leave? Is that the start of August, or? Because I just realized you might miss the release of FIFA, man. EAFC. Wait, is today your birthday, DFB? Happy birthday, buddy. How old are you? Then I'll go skiing with my fam, and after that I'll be traveling through Asia. Dude, if we don't see a Luke 09 at some point, too old, I feel that. If I don't see a Luke 09 this week, I'm going to be very upset. No, I have not packed the Luke 09 yet. I just make a grind and upgrade. Whoopsie. I don't think I have the time to play EAFC next year. I don't think I have the patience with gameplay next year. I'm going to enjoy gameplay. Start of the year, build up, got our Sunreal in the squad, RTG, stuff like that. Will be fun, but my goodness. Should put my 82, 84s into crafting since they're kind of useless to get a chance of exchange cards. So, again, you're good either way. You have so many you're opening, you're covering every base. if you're doing Team of the Week packs along with your crafting, you're going to get diversity of stuff. But it really depends on what your main goal is. If your goal is just making exchange packs, you're good either way. But if your main goal is to get the crafting upgrades to 0 while building out your exchange packs, the more you put back into crafting upgrade, the longer it's going to take. So you need to tell me exactly what your specific goal in mind is. If you're trying to get this number to 0 and you don't want to spend all week rinsing and recycling, incorporate in at least part of the time Team of the Week upgrades and maybe some player picks too. I'm not going to snap. I just don't know what else to say. They're all good routes. We're not talking about like one-offs. We're talking about people in a position where they have 1,000 plus of these. We're all not running out. That's the issue. I was opening these up during the Mexico-US game on console. I think I opened a lot, but like opened and then crafted back in. I had like the same number, if not like 25 less after 2 hours of doing it. It was horrible. VVD rage baited. I missed the most crucial part. Last day I had my trip planned to stay. Oh, to stay at my house? I don't have a housemate. Don't know where you're staying. The apartment could maybe like give you a dog kennel or something. Why is your league vid kind of hard to get? What about it, I guess, is difficult, villain? We can break it down. League vid in general explains what's needed for each section. Obviously, we have different tools now than we did once I recorded that video. So if you're doing like exchanges into League SBCs, very few gold cards you'll ever have to buy. But mainly buying the one team for Eredivisie, 150, 200 coins for the bronzes and silvers, using the rest untradeable. Pure profit there. If you want to buy the gold rares for the Lib and Sud, you can. Otherwise, you'll get them in exchanges too. And then you just mainly bid or buy the silver Lib and Suds as well. The rest is pure profit. Are you trying to... Yes, I am specifically trying to get this number to 0. I want my crafting upgrades to 0. I want to restart this grind. If we get crafting upgrades back, but they're called footies crafting upgrades, and it's the same exact requirements, same exact packs, we'll do the same thing and build back up. But if it comes back and it's something else or better, sweet. But I'm purposely putting all these into exchanges. So whether I use Team of the Weeks, whether I use all crafting, this number will get to 0. Thoughts on putting in 94s and 95s? If you're not using it in your team, or it's not some like card that you want to savor from your favorite club, I'm sending every special outside of that, so that we can have a bare bones club for footies. $33 today? Sad times? Dude, you made it sound like you were 1 year away from retirement, elderly man. My dude, you are still young. The League SBC bid is for diehard lib grinders. I disagree. The League SBC vids, when we make them, is for the basic rundown of what's needed for League SBCs, different ways you can get the cards, and the benefit of the League SBC in general. From that, the direction people want to take it, how degenerate they want to go, is where like the Pale Tools element comes in. That's where the mass buying the gold libs comes in. That's where the putting hundreds of thousands of coins in as an investment to flip them for millions comes in. That's where building up the crafting upgrades comes in. Do you have to do all those things? Absolutely not. Can you do all those things? Possible. We show you the possibilities, and then people take it their own direction. Tell my body if you're playing football each week. Dude, I have a game tonight, and I looked at our schedule. I think for the rest of the season, we play teams all above us. So I don't know how many points we're going to be getting. Bro, I got cooked last week. Absolutely cooked by a college kid. He did one of those where he's at the halfway line, middle of the pitch. I went to go be on his back when he was holding up play, and I didn't get there quick enough because they played a rapid pass, and there was just enough distance where he could take me on, put the ball behind me, and run past. Or he could turn me. And when I tell you this man waited for the perfect opportunity to turn me, and I ripped my boot open on the turf. I think I showed you my boot on the turf from last week. Yeah. Ripped it completely open. The top of the boot to the bottom, the whole bottom, like ripped off. I had to limp off and get another pair. I would just stay on this SS grind. Can I honestly say once you hit 30 plus, recovery from football is horrendous. It used to be so much more durable. I'll say this. It is such a shot to the ego, but is much needed. When you stop training like an athlete and you start training like a bodybuilder, but your brain still thinks like a footballer, and then you go back to playing football, it is the most humbling thing when it comes to, like, endurance, number one. Because once you, like, lose the endurance, you got to build it back up and maintain it. It's not that I have bad endurance. It's just I don't have college football player endurance. And that's an issue. But two, I've come to realize there's a lot of just unneeded weight on my body versus, like, what an ideal football shape would be. And it isn't the worst thing for a center back, but when I try to make runs, dribble people, play most of the game, it becomes a problem. So I'm stuck between two camps. Do I continue bodybuilding and go for aesthetics, or do we transition to hybrid, athlete train, cardio max, while keeping strength and getting to a position where we got more of a pacey center back build? Football shape surrounded them? Greats of the game promos coming alongside footies? Yeah. Did they say anything about re-release promo cards yet? Because that's the thing I'm most excited about. I'm excited for footies in general. It'd be nice to pack some 99 rated cards. But if we have hundreds, like 100 plus promo cards in packs with footies or with exchanges, that's going to be quality. Also, too, another thing I just realized. People asking if we're going to get an unlimited repeatable like 8410, 8510. We really don't need those anymore. It'd be great if we get them, and I think we'll get the 8410 eventually. But if we look at exchanges, man, think about it from this perspective. If you did an 88 exchange, you got an 83 plus times 20, what are the odds you get 4 88 pluses in that? Or like if you did something like an 86 overall, 81 plus times 20, what are the odds you get multiple promo cards and most of like the 86s needed? Like, I feel like this is going to cook. Or even like the 89 exchange. 84 plus times 10 minimum with all the extra gold cards and gold commons. Dude, look at how many we're at. We've been streaming for almost an hour now. We were at 1850. We're not even 100 down. We get exchanges back since it's Shapeshifter themed. What time will it be on Friday? Every time you see me stream during the week, it is 4 hours after new content. Weekends, it can change. It's usually earlier. But Monday through Friday, unless I tell you in advance that I'm either gone or I have off of work and I'm doing a special stream, is always 4 hours after new content. So Friday will be 4 hours after new content. It's like when I got to the gym and the meatheads jump on a bike or treadmill, they're crapping out a lung after like 5 minutes. My thing is, I'm in the weird spot where I feel like I'm in physical really good shape. Endurance-wise, pretty good shape. But the difference between pretty good endurance shape and really good endurance shape is a huge stretch. Especially once you're playing football and you're playing a lot of the time and you're playing against attackers who have pace running at you and you're a center back with a very long 7v7 pitch. That's like the difficult situation I find myself in. And it's like, because I don't want to get beat again like last week, I'm now potentially changing my whole workout program to not have that happen again. I don't know if it's worth it. But we'll see. Been saving my 8320 since Monday and have 30 saved for footies. Nice. When I go to the gym. Gotcha. 10 p.m. UK time. Well, just packed 97 from the 75 times 20. Low key, I love the 75-20 specifically for making player picks. I'll just like spam a bunch of those and get hundreds and hundreds of golds in my club. That and the 89 exchange and crafting upgrades too. And then making like 100 plus player picks in bulk. Saw someone running an experiment roughly every 10, 86 exchange. You can do one team of season shapeshifter pick. Interested. Coates is there. W. Your shiny Ronaldinho disappears yearly. Your arms look crazy? My arms? Never grinded at footies before? Is it worth saving up any particular rating of cards? So here's the thing. If you've been grinding during shapeshifters and you're wanting to continue to grind into footies, I only assume it's going to get easier. So like anything you do now is going to help for footies. I don't think it's going to be the case where exchanges get removed and they don't come back. I think they'll come back right away with the footies theme. I think we'll have some sort of footies crafting upgrade, like we've had the Team of the Season crafting upgrade, like we had the Shapeshifters crafting upgrade. Whether it's the exact same 77 plus times 5 or something else, I hope it's like a 77 plus times 10 or like an 80 plus times 5. That'd be sick. I feel like grinding during footies, if you've been grinding during Shapeshifters or Team of the Season Snoop, will be roughly similar. Just easier, because there's going to be more ways to get stuff, more stuff in packs potentially. So I don't think there's really anything too crazy you got to do right now. For me, what I'm kind of doing is converting my crafting upgrades to as many exchanges as possible. I'm clearing my club of unneeded previous promo cards, trying to get as empty. That way, when all the re-release come, we can kind of start from square one-ish and see how many we can get. Some people are saving up just the 89 exchanges and opening everything else. There's like a million ways you can grind it. Loki 88 exchange better than the 89? Yes. If you guys wanted to like save the best quality of pack outside of like this into this into this into this, the unlimited repeatable, saving 88s and 89 exchanges and opening everything else to continue the grind would probably be kind of the best way to build up, in my opinion. But it's completely up to you. Always played center mid or forward already. 6'3", so never wanted to bulk up. Plus, I used to play tennis too, so always tried to stay lean. In your Mumbo clips pick, they look huge. My Mumbo's clips pick. What photo of my arms is out there? What? I might have to see some visual evidence of this. Mumbo, what are your goals for the next EAFC? In general, before League SBCs come out, or before there's a general kind of menu grind that you can do unlimited times, it's mainly building up coins, while kind of enjoying gameplay and grinding. Then once we kind of get like a League SBC and a like consistent menu grind, it's then deciding, okay, do we want 10 million coins? Do we want 5 million? Do we want 25 million? Usually the goal is 10 million to 25 million, in that range. And then we'll sink like half of it into Team of the Year. And then the rest we keep for the rest of the year. Just slowly working through and making more. Do I want to do anything different for 26? Depending on what the menus look like early, I might take occasionally more days off of streaming the first few months of the year, in the sense of have a day or two where I maybe go unlimited unassigned on an investment, if it means we can maybe double our coins, even if the takeaway is we do 10 less League SBCs that day, but then we can do 20 more the next day. I think the thing that stopped me a lot in the past when it comes to pure liquid coins is I operate with too low rated of card to where we go insane in bulk, or we have to have patience by waiting a few days. I miss out on all those opportunities. So I think if we're trying to push to 25 million, I don't even think it needs to be unassigned. I think things like informs, promo cards, we need to do a much better job of just consistently be flipping higher end stuff along with the lower end stuff to keep pace with kind of the bigger content creators. But as always, the main goal is having somewhat entertaining stream that you guys can chill in, have a goal that we're working towards in terms of menus, enjoy gameplay when we can play it, and overall just kind of grind the game. All right, back to here. Crafting upgrades will be so good with best of in packs. Well, I'm curious to see if it's the same thing or if they change it. If it's a carbon copy of Team Season and Shapeshifter crafting upgrades, same amount of cards, same ratings back, that's going to be really nice to grind. Some of my teammates when I was younger really started bulking up and affected their ability on the ball so much. Must be center of gravity, agility thing. It 100% is. You don't realize how big of a deal it is until you either put that extra weight on or you have that extra size. And once you have it, it's very hard to just very quickly lose it. And like I personally feel it the most when it comes to like just quick movements. In my head, I'm still wanting to move the same way I did when I was 17, right? But now I'm 27, so theoretically, it's just not going to happen. Mumbo, are you on other socials like IG? Yeah, my socials should be in the description. What's your best pull? Of all time or this week? This week I haven't done much. I just got back from a trip, so nothing so far. Just like 10k cards. I think I got a 100k woman's card. EA need to increase the transfer list and storage limit. I could see them potentially increasing storage limit to some extent, maybe later in the game. The transfer list one's difficult because of bots and coin sellers and stuff like that. A lot of that's limited because they don't want people abusing. He's on Grindr? Yeah, my Grindr socials are in the description. If you want to take a look at those. My OnlyFans is too. ! OnlyFans. Literally going to spend anything I can so I can get Alex Morgan's icon on day one. When it comes to gameplay next year, I haven't decided exactly what I want to do. Sunderland's obviously going to have a better rated team being in the Prem, and all the players they have signed currently are in the process of signing and will sign. So, like, the bare bones of the squad when it comes to Evos and stuff will be at a much better place. I feel like they'll get the occasional promo card, maybe the occasional inform too, like weeks when we play Newcastle and we beat them 10-0. Like, outside of that, I think I'm going to be more flexible with kind of a squad we use, or the two squads we use. Because I think I've proven enough that our methods pack some of the best cards in the game. Like our Team of the Year grind, or Team of the Season grind. I don't think I really need the most meta anymore. I don't think I necessarily need a full Sunderland that's behind the power curve either. I think fusing the two in some way could be nice. Rolfo, dude, if Rolfo joins Sunderland, I'd all be for it. She'd be in my team. Here we go. Wait, what? A CS Mega Collector known as Megalodon 888 is offering Tim the Tatman and Nade Shot to open over $60,000 of rare cases each. He's giving 4 streamers this package, equaling almost $250,000. That's wild, dude. Napoli have tabled a 43 mil plus 4 mil offer for Liverpool striker Darwin Nunez. No shot. Don't think it'll be worth it for me to buy EAFC next year. Maybe with a discount in around May, June. You don't even have to wait till May, June. If you get the game during like Black Friday, isn't it already like 30 to 50% off? Or no? Also, checking the streams kind of become a habit to watch your streams right when I'm about to go to bed. Dude, low-key, that's kind of... As much as, like, being in the United States and having a UK audience, the time difference sucks. There are some things like that where I feel like it's easier to get in a habit with an audience. That's for sure true. Yeah, it could be free on Game Pass, too. Xbox, I feel like you'd get it for sure at some point. PlayStation, I feel like they at least... heavily discount it. Cody! Is Wobblecat here? Not as of right now. But he's been around. Why? Pretty sure I played him earlier in the cup, beat him 5-2. Did you take a screenshot of like the username or something? I sent an EAFC in Discord, but he didn't reply. He'll probably see it eventually, and he'll let you know. That'd be sick if you guys did play each other. We'll send updates for my gap year. I'll probably make an online thing where I'll post some photos and text of what I did so you won't get rid of me easy. Hey, that'd be sick, man. He raging. I have something that's raging too. Hey, yo. Chill, brother. How long do you get SBC banned for? Usually you get soft resets each hour or a few hours. And if you're rotating between PS4, PS5, what about companion app? One gets reset ever so often. Very rarely, unless I'm going to a degenerate level, do I really get banned on all of them and get called a day. You'll probably need to translate it, but that's a problem for another time. We'll live react to the videos you make on your trip, and we'll get a translator in Discord. It's in real time. Tell us what you're saying. Is Rematch good? I've heard Rematch is good. I haven't played it myself. And unless it becomes free at some point, I'm not buying it. Why did the lion get lost? Why did the lion get lost, buddy? Let's hear it. I'm going to go in a minute. Need to go to the Apple Store tomorrow to return my phone. I'm going to play tennis in the morning with friends. So I got to be fresh. Nice. Yeah, I'm going to head out in a little less than an hour. I got to buy new cleats and work them in. Hopefully your trip was a success and I'm happy you're back streaming. Hope to see you tomorrow. The trip was super fun. It was super nice. Got catch up with a bunch of people I haven't seen in a while, and yeah, I had a good time. You know what else is massive? Lord Paper Fade. I said that in the car this weekend to someone who doesn't understand that. They said something was massive. I'm like, you know what else is massive? Lord Paper. And I was explaining the lore. I was like, so there was a guy on Twitch who would do live streams where he would just freestyle on a microphone. And he got a huge raid. He was like super grateful. He's talking about like losing a family member or whatever. And then randomly he just says, imagine if Ninja got a low taper fade. And then Ninja picked it up, had it drag on, and he said it's still massive. And then that became a meme. But then it would like become massive again at some point. It'd revive itself. So I was explaining streaming lore to non-content creators who don't watch live streams. It was entertaining. I was also explaining, no joke. We were sitting around a campfire, and I was explaining to people that I used AI to read a non-fiction EAFC, Libertadores and Sudamericana love story and betrayal to my chat. Because we got SBC banned. And I had to explain to them what an SBC ban was, why that was important, in the context of me doing like a story read-along to you guys was. That was wild. If you guys missed it, we got SBC banned the other day on my last stream before I left, like a half an hour in. And in an hour in, we were going to watch the US-Mexico game and do a live watch-along. But we had to do something in the meantime. So we use Grok on X to essentially give us suggestions on how we could get on SBC banned. And after none of those worked, we had Grok write us a story about... it was... We were saying... Someone told me to touch grass. And I said, I don't touch grass, buddy. And someone said, go talk to a woman. And I said, what are the odds I could meet a woman that doesn't grind EAFC? So we asked Grok, what are the percentages that I could get a girlfriend that doesn't play EAFC? And it gave us percentages. I then like asked what would be like a pickup line EAFC to use on a woman who was interested in EAFC. And then it like had suggestions, and then we're like, all right, you're on a date with this person now. Date goes well. You tell them about your hatred of Sudamericana players, and she says she shares that same hatred. But then she cheats on you with a Sudamericana player named Moreno, 77 rated. And like we fed that into a story, and then we had the breakup happen, and then we made the person scouse. So they're from Liverpool and talking where you can't even understand them. We made them even more scouse, and then even more scouse. And then we did them drunk scouse, and then even more drunk, until you couldn't even read the sentence in chat. And then we're like, drop the scouse, turn this into a story. Minimum 200 pages. It gave us 20 chapters, and we asked for an example of each chapter, and we did a read through. And then we did a watch along. That was a fun stream. Then he went ultra scouse. True! At what point did they refer you to the asylum on the trip? They didn't. Surprisingly, they didn't. If it would have lasted another few days, they probably would have, but I knew when to shut my mouth. Alright, we got a few more of the 2 of the week packs. Beautiful. Don't you love how we have been spamming and spamming and spamming, and we're still at 1754? Like, we probably have to put in 10 plus hours to get this number anywhere under 1,000. They definitely thought you were going to kill them during the camping trip. No, they didn't. Absolutely not. Probably think you're a loony who sits inside and speaks to AI all day on Twitch with your second monitor. No, dude. Half the people at the trip are subscribed to my YouTube channel, and a fourth of them watch the streams. I think you have the wrong understanding of what the situation is. How many hours a day do you reckon to get rid of 1,000 crafting upgrades? If you're using Pale Tools and recycling back into crafting upgrades with no SBC ban, probably minimum of 10 this week. $10 before Friday. You're just wondering if I should clear my club and do another 93 plus icon? Sure, yeah, if you want to, you can. It's not a bad idea. So you found friends who are loony too? We're all loony to a certain extent, man. Some call it loony. Others call it having a personality. Some call it a little bit of both. I call it being myself. All right, back to Pale Tools. Also, I'm extremely exaggerating the amount I talked about EAFC. It was like a 2-minute conversation by the fire I brought it up. Besides that, it barely was talked about. We talked a lot of football, though. I call it not being vanilla. It's a weird thing. When you're young, when I'd say you're under the age of like 18, you care a lot about, or a lot of people care a lot about what people think about them. And then you reach either an age or a time in your life where you realize people really don't care about you. Not in like a I have no one around me sense, but more in the case of like the things you're conscious about, you're self-aware, and hope people don't like look at certain things about you and judge you for it. People don't think about you that often to really pay attention to any of that stuff anyways. That if you just live your life in a way where you do what you enjoy, you're a nice person, you're good to those around you, friends and family, most people really enjoy either the quirks that people have or the things that make them different. Once you realize that, it's very freeing, man. God bless, guys. Enjoy the grind. Appreciate you, Akeem, if you're heading out, buddy. Have a good night, brother. Under 18, Adam Johnson doesn't mind. Okay. If you're not doing illegal activity, I should say. There's always exceptions. That is not a quirk. That is a crime, my dude. But no, two of my mates on the trip are like extremely smart when it comes to nature. Like you ask them a question about any tree, any wildlife, any plant, they will go back and forth for like hours without missing a beat. It's crazy. Exceptions, like a Greenwood or a Thomas Partey, you're just naming like supervillains, man. What are you doing? Someone knocking on a bit now, you expend energy changing things so you may fit in better. If that's still the case, you're probably with people who aren't accepting enough, in my opinion. Well, it's like, also too, it's this weird thing that people do where they want to be more liked by people around them, whether like it's a romantic sense, like a partner or like friends around you, yada yada, or like social status. So people try to mold themselves in a way where it's like you fit into a crowd. But the issue is when you do that, you're making it so very little about you actually stands out. And very little about you is your actual personality. And very little about you is like something that someone genuinely wants to get to know more. And it becomes so superficial that you're just left kind of your fodder. For the better sense of the word, your fodder. Like, you could be an 89 rated, 90 rated, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95. You're still going in the 89 exchange. Right? Be that crazy promo card with 99 shooting, but also 20 defending. But you're self-aware about the fact that you have 20 defending. And it's comical. Or be the Evo that slowly progresses over time and people take note of it and appreciate it. Be that card that is consistent in your squad. No one wants to replace. They count on you. They appreciate you. You might not be the best to ever do it in that position, or the worst, but you're a constant that people look forward to. So you're saying don't be a Herberg. Even Herbergs have their purpose, man. The question is, what do you want to be? People love packing 89s when they're doing the 89 exchange. But if you're surrounding yourself with people who don't do exchanges, they're not going to see that value. It's a fake fest. But like also too, it becomes more and more apparent the older you get and the less it really matters. And it becomes more sad than anything. Because it's like, I genuinely feel bad for people who feel like they have to hide who they really want to be just to fit into like social norms. It's like, be yourself. If that means you get a few less friends, but the friends you do have are a lot closer to you, that's a good trade-off, man. Also, too, the older you get, the more you realize you're not friends with anyone anyways. No one ever is. If you're trying to impress everyone, you're going to impress nobody. Want to be Bates in 87? Do I have to be bald? You know what? I think you should shave your head right now. If you want to be Bates, and do it. What is stopping you? Load up $60,000 worth of FIFA points, shave your head. I believe in you, man. Where do I find the money for FIFA points? I'm gonna say something real quick. Trigger warning in advance. I'm gonna use language that I normally don't discuss in the stream. If you want to cover your ears for the next few seconds, feel free to do so. I'm gonna spell it out so I don't have to say the word and, you know, upset people. You could get a job, also known as employment. I know it's a scary thing to talk about, but is an option. Bateson doesn't have that? Oh, he 100% does. People employ Bateson. They watch him. He makes money off of them. So I'm saying, obviously, there are minimum requirements of human decency, don't be prejudiced, etc. Other than that, be yourself, I think. Yeah, more just like the interest and stuff. Like, perfect example, right? If you are super into football and you have a club you support, you probably have social media pages or content creators or people that you associate with that also enjoy that club. And you guys love talking about it. You enjoy hanging out with each other. You enjoy watching the games. You enjoy consuming other content about it. All in all, it's a good time. Right? But someone else might hate the sport and they don't engage with it at all. Okay. They're going to have an interest that you don't like. That's fine. We packed multiple at 98 Rogers. We packed 2. Saying that like I didn't get 98 Maradona myself. Alright, crafting upgrades. We still need to do the dailies. Oh, should we? Hold on. Where are they? There's the 8410 right there. Oh, it was saved already. E7 saved as well. It's like the last girlfriend. She didn't like the fact I was comfortable. Each of us having separate hobbies. The other wasn't interested in. I just think that's normal. Yeah, and like also too, I want to make clear to some people who might interpret what I'm saying incorrectly. I'm not saying you can only associate with people who like the things you like. Because DFB brings up a perfect example. There's people that like you get along with really well. You date, they're friends. You have maybe interest in some areas, but others, you're like completely opposite. But I kind of like the fact that it's like that sometimes. Because one, it gives you some space alone. But two, you get to learn about that other person's interests. And that's a really cool thing. She would pretend to like football, which was sweet, but I did not pretend to like netball and Love Island. I don't think anyone needs to pretend to not like Love Island. I think there's enough people that just don't like it. Never understood the appeal of Love Island. But hey, people want to watch it, they can watch it. Mumbo saying this knowing he's on it. Shh, don't spoil that I'm on next season, dude. You're going to ruin it, man. Borja. we go. 2 more of these. Opposites often attract, and also if you want a female version of yourself, you're a massive narcissist in my opinion. Differences are what make things interesting. I don't know if anyone else feels this way. I feel like I have a hard enough time liking myself. I couldn't imagine like a copy of me as someone like that to be dating. Like on a weekly basis, I just look myself in the mirror, or like I look at the grind I'm doing on FIFA and I'm like, why? Why am I doing this? What is the point? Alright, got 4 of these we can make. Do we make 84s and then put some high-end stuff? I think so. Because now we're going to try to pack... We're going to try to pack... One second, I gotta get this rated down. Can we use all 83s? Give me Luke 09. Yeah, we can use all 83s. Perfect. Mumbo would date the Lib and Sud segment. '90 rated, W. Lib Lover and Sud Sniper. There's an evil version out there of you who's grinding Sudamericanas. Yeah, it's the ex-girlfriend from Grok the other day. Alright, multiple 88s. We'll take an 88s. Alright, only 2 more of these. Luckily, we're not wasting too much fodder. Ludani. We'll chuck a 87 as well. Multiple 87s. We have them already. Martinez. There we go. Come on, Luco 9, please. Martinez. Moppy as well. Alright, there we go. Then we do... There we go. That works. Alright, final 87 plus, boys. If you enjoyed the stream today, smack the like button, subscribe if you're new. I'm going to build up some packs off the stream. Oh. Rip. I'm going to keep spamming through my crafting upgrades. We're not going to be live Tuesday or Thursday. We'll do the last kind of hurrah stream on Wednesday to kind of progress the packs that you have here and make more of the other ones. We'll probably put some coins into it too. If I can get 86s for cheaper, or maybe we do 88s. Build out a bunch of 8320s and 89 exchanges. We'll see. I'll definitely send most of the stuff in my club into 89 exchanges as well. But yeah, thank you guys for chilling. Glad to be back, but also glad that Footies is next week. I'm kind of over this promo, so now it's kind of more facilitating how to best get ready for next week. So we'll do kind of one last hurrah stream Wednesday, like I said. Build up before then, and then by Friday, we should be able to grind like crazy. So Appreciate you guys. God bless. We will see you then. Have a good rest of your night. Peace.